Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm gonna show you what's in this one, and I'm gonna show you what's in this notebook. So I made a video like a day or two ago with this one. I didn't really notice how blurry it was. It was a little hard to see that one, so we're just gonna go through this one first. Right, here's the first page. This was for this Christmas contest I was trying to enter. I just wasn't sure like what to draw this person's character and like what. But yeah, the actual drawing is on my Instagram. And here's my original character. I drew her a lot in this notebook, so you might see a little bit more. Here's my shadow plush, and here's another drawing of her. Okay. I drew this one when I was at the BART with my friends. So normally when you're in the BART, you're like in these dark tunnels. I just drew my reflection because we've been in like the tunnels for like a bit. This one is not really much of a story. I was just a little bit bored at work. I was thinking about getting a new iPad, but you know, it's a little pricey, so that's what I did. And yeah, this was a commission. I was trying to like do a quick sketch about it. These are my old OCs. Right. This is just my work schedule, but these are my OCs. This one was a fan OC, but yeah, they're both from I just added them to like my OC world. Right. This is just the plan for like my birthday cake in the beginning of the month. And this is Freerun. Okay, this is more of the character I brought up. This is Shadow, but like with roller blades. Okay, this is a part of a comic, so like I drew more. I messed up a bit over here, so I just decided to do the rest in pencil. Right, continuation, and then it cuts off here, but I did continue it in the green one, so but I'll get to that one later. Right, here's more sketches of commissions. This is another commission. This is also another commission. This is just my commission, like prices. This is Stark from Freerun. This is also Shadow. And some of these I'm just taping it because like some of it I'm just yapping around. But this is supposed to be Sephiroth, another one of my OCs. And yeah, here's more of my OCs. This is Silica from my webtoon, Shooting Star Silica. If you want to read it, it's always on Webtoon Canvas, because I haven't updated in a while. Here's another OC. She's not in the story yet, but she'll be there in like a few more chapter updates. Here's my OC again. They're talking, but I gender bent them, so this is Silica. Right, this one I was just like designing a dress because I kind of wanted a dress designed. And here's another one of my OCs, just gender bent. Okay, and here's another picture of my character, gender bent. And this is just my work schedule. Right, and this one I saw this art style from Instagram. So I don't remember the artist, but I basically like drew it by looking at the screen, but this is like Hatsune Miku. but like gender bent. Right. Here's another page of my OCs. These two are also from my webtoon. So if you think they're really interesting, please check it out. Right, this is also a bunch of like jumbled up stuff. Like commission, also commission. And this one, well, I was trying to get fingerprints, but yeah. Just my two OCs, my webtoon. Right. This is also another one of my OCs. They're gonna be like my fantasy OCs. He's supposed to be like a bird, like a harpy. Right. Here's another one of my OCs. This is my OC Mono, also from my webtoon. It's an eye. Right. Next page. This one's more of the drawing side, but yeah. Mono. Another OC. These haven't been out yet, so I wouldn't really spoil their names yet. Right. Yeah, these are also from my OCs. They're all my OCs from my webtoon. And these are all also OCs from my webtoon. So that's Kohaku, Kohei, 48, Silica, and her two friends. And these are also characters I haven't disclosed yet, but they're also on my webtoon. Right? This is like low-key spoilers, but that's fine. Yeah, OCs. I've been like experimenting with like, you know, non-human characters, so this is like bleh. It's kind of, but you know, you gotta start somewhere. Okay, here's are my two OCs, also OCs, and then yeah, this is just all OCs, all of this. And I'm mostly drawing in these pages, but these are all my OCs. This is my OC Roxio, Mono, Roxio, Taka, Mono, Kios, Lyrian, and Jimin. My friend decided to name this character, so as you can see, she's a big fan of Jimin. Alright, and here's my OCs again. Silica, Mono, they're playing a video game. I've drawn this one before too, but you know, just a redraw. And more OCs. This OC doesn't have hands, so he can't clap his hands. Right, more OCs. I messed this one up. I made her legs too long. More characters. More OCs. Mono. And another OC. Right. There's just more like, I'm like practicing. Like, how did these characters sit down with like a long skirt, you know? And then Freeran, Fern, Stark from Freeran. Here's more Stark, Freeran, Fern. And then this is the page with my OCs. Yep. Silica, her friends. Silica. Yep, Taka. This is Chase from the webtoon I'm the Grim Reaper. I like that webtoon. More OCs. It's just a little comic strip. I don't disclose the actual context, but you know. This one's supposed to be Pavlova Cookie from Cookie Run Kingdom. So I was trying to draw them all sad, but you know, kind of looks a little off, but that's fine. I was really bored at work, I remembered, so I was just drawing Silica, really bored, because I was just bored out of my mind. Alright, most of these are just random sketches. I was drawing myself driving, you know, like the sun's like on the steering wheel and it burns, or the sun's on my face, or I'm sobbing. Another one of my OCs. OC. one, this was just drawing what I did at work. And someone like picked up like an order and they were like, "Thank you, Diva." I just thought that one was interesting. And here's also silica, because I love to draw silica. Alright, this is from a meme. I was like, "Dude, tell him. I already told him. Tell him again." And then he's like, "He said no. Make him say yes." I like that meme. And more of my OCs. And even more. This is my OC Ruby. Tried to draw them all sad, but like, I didn't want to explain it, so I just drew a book. Just gave it context. And here's Mono. Here's another Ruby. And this is just a random person. Right. One of my OCs, another OC. This is my coworker. Right. Another one of my OCs. And here's silica. And then when I turn the page, it's like basically the same format, but like it's Jimin. And here's silica. And another OC. It's just, yeah, more art. I definitely made her legs a little long in this one. She's more of a shorter character, but yeah. Alright, here's my OC Kohei. Kohei. Yeah. And Mono. And then here's Silica saying, "I hate this," because she's saying a happy couple. And then he's just pushing them off. Here's my OC Nano. And here's Silica's reaction. And here's my two OCs, another OC. My OC Mono, my OC Cyan, yeah. And then him with like little flower. And then I was just drawing stuff. And another character. Alright, that's the end of this one. So this is the continuation of the other comic, right? So if I get to the page, so like I kind of basically copied it, right? Okay. And then it's like sharing an umbrella. And then, yeah, the actual continuation. And then I just finished the rest in pencil. Right. It's just me drawing at work. I was like, you know, people were canoeing. Some guy was standing there. You know, the railing, trees. Right. Another one of my OCs. I draw this OC a lot. Another drawing, same day. I don't know what I was drawing here. It was just some character. I tried to draw like a different like pose for this one. Never drawn this pose before, but you know, I need to practice. Here's another one of my OCs, Gender Bent. Right, here's Kohei. This is originally the first time I drew the gun, but like it looked off, so I just redrew it. Right. I was talking to my friend recently. She was talking about how stressful it was working, so just drew. This is a commission. They're asking me like I forgot the feathers on like the arms, and I'm like, you know, I have this new style for feathers. I can like, you know, practice that. More of my OC. Right, mono, and my OC. Right. And then here's just my OC, like working a part-time job. This is another character's this is not sorry. This is another person's OC, but I know she sold him to another person, but I don't know who owns this character anymore. But yeah, this one's my OC. This is like another artist OC. And I was trying to draw the driving in my car meme. I wrote this wrong. I didn't remember it, but you know, it's not hope. Right, more of my OC, Roxio. And then I think I was trying to draw him reacting to like getting hit by a car. I don't know. Yep. I drew him a little bit, or very often. I draw him very often in this one. And I drew him like drinking away his pain because he hates working. And Silica calls him Unk. Right, here's another drawing of him hating his job. And then here's Lewis waking up, and he's bringing all the ladies, right? So like that's the continuation of like the other part, right? Like the I'm trying to do my work today. It's the continuation of this. Okay. Right, so this is the manager like, Lewis, here's your new coworker, and he's not happy about it. And this one is like off order, but like this is like before he wakes up for this. So, yeah. Right, here's one of my fantasy OCs. His name is White Wing, and this is my OC Taka. Here's more Silica pages. Here's more Silica art. She's fun to draw. Right, this one's more like, I don't know. I'm not really proud of these ones. They look very rushed or badly made. I don't know. Right, Silica's like, oh, waiter. And Roxio turns around. My friend wants extra ketchup. And he's clearly, sick of it. Sure. Is there anything else? And then, like, the continuation. So, the anything else was, she spilled Coke, and he's standing on it. Alright. This one, I don't think I have to explain it. I drew Roxio like leaning on the fence. And here's him standing. I drew his apron a little too short in this one. And here's my OCs. Here's more of my OCs. This is just the same one, the same character. This is the original character. This is her, but like gender bent. And here's the character smoking. Smoking is bad, I don't condone it. Right. Here's my coworker. She had like a little Bugs Bunny thing on her shoulder. She was like, do you F with this? I'm like, yeah. And here's my character again with a cool sword. This was the first drawing, but I think I messed up like the perspective, so I just tried to draw over it. And then here's Silica and her fighting. Right. And these ones I didn't do at work, I just did it at home, honestly. Yeah. Here's more of my OCs. This one, I need to practice more. I made his head a little small, like in proportion to his whole body, but you know, I made this one okay. Right, here's more of these characters. This is my OC Illumina. This is my OC Silver Star. Right, Silver Star. This is my OC Star Justice. So yeah, they're all technically shooting stars. And they're all on my webtoon. Right, and here's the end, because you know, this is still like ongoing. But this is the last thing I did. Right. That's the end of this one so far. Thank you.